with Libby from libbystamps.com, and I'm just going to show you today a really quick Christmas card that I think looks quite lovely with this gold braid on it. And I want to show you how I did this card as quickly as I did. So we'll get started, and I'll put all the measurements on my blog. This card's actually in Rose Wonder and Wild Wasabi, but the card I'm going to make's in Cherry Cobbler and Old Olive. So I start off with my card base. We just fold that over and use our bone folder to burnish the score line. And then I have some Old Olive. It measures 14.3 centimeters by 10 centimeters. So your card base is just a half piece of A4 folded in half. So there we go, like that. I use liquid adhesive because it gives me a bit of wriggle room. All right, now my next, it's a layer from the Fancy Frost Specialty Designer Paper, which is available in the holiday catalogue. And on this one I've used like the Moroccan type one. This one I'm using the pine leaves, and this piece measures 13.8 by 9.5 centimeters. Just do the inside of the card, and this is about 19.5 by 13.5, and I'm using the Hollyberry Happiness stamp set and the coordinating Hollyberry Builder Punch, which are available as a bundle in the holiday catalogue. Cost you 10% less if you buy the two together, so that's a good saving. All right, so I'll just bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat, and I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler and just the bow outline from the stamp set. And I'll just stamp that on there like that, and on the front and the back of the envelope, because you can't have naked envelopes. Just ask Shelley. All right, so that's those bits done. I'll bring in a piece of scrap Cherry Cobbler, and I'm just going to use the little triple berries out of the stamp set. So they look like that. So I'll stamp them down. Okay, so I'll put the envelope to one side, and I'll put the berries to one side, and I'm just going to adhere the inside of the card. So that's the inside and basically the outside of our card done. The next bit we're going to do is this piece across here. So I've got a piece of Cherry Cobbler which measures 10.5 by 5, and a piece of Whisper White which measures 10 by 4.5, and I'm going to stamp on that using one of the greetings, and I think I'll do best wishes for the season on this one, and I'm going to use some basic grey for this. So I didn't want to use black because I think it's a bit stark, I suppose. So I'll just bring in some basic grey and stamp down. Now I'm going to stamp on the top towards the top of my piece of Whisper White. There we are. So that's our greeting done. Now we need this cable piece on this card, and I got it by using the Cable Knit Dynamic Textured Impressions folder. Now I've already embossed my piece, so I've got a large piece like this in gold foil, and I can just cut those bits off. Now my measurement was 10.5 centimeters across, so I needed to make sure directionally it was going the right way. So that was my 10.5 centimeters across, and I've just cut a few bits off. Now the sandwich for this is a bit different to the other textured impression folders, in that you use the Big Shot platform. You use your textured impression folder with your card inside and one cutting mat, and then you roll it on through, and that will be enough to give you the beautiful texture of the gold foil. Now don't throw the rest of this away, and don't throw these little pieces that you cut off. So I've just cut that strip off there and cut again there to give me the cable. But keep these bits, because I'm sure you'll be able to find a project you can use them for. Okay, so that's going to go on towards the bottom of our piece of Whisper White. But before we do all that, we'll mount it onto our cherry cobbler. If you've got any overhang, just trim it off. And then I'm going to put this piece on with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Now are our holly leaves. So you need a clear block and your holly leaf and the punch, and we're using old olive on a scrapped piece of old olive. Punch those out with the punch. And then we just need to punch out our berries that we stamped earlier. And I'm just going to put a bit of glue, liquid adhesive on the back, and then just add them to the card. Another Christmas card finished. Quite quick and easy, and I think you'll agree it looks fantastic. This Fancy Frost Designer Series specialty paper is really, really lovely. And then of course we finished it off on the inside, and our envelope matches. So there are our two cards with matching envelopes. So I hope you liked that quick tutorial today, and thanks for stopping by. Bye for now.
Hey, if you wanna play, make it a better place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw out